This video is about Zion National Park in Springdale, which is one part of a four-part series. We had reservations at a Hampton Inn in Springdale, one of the nicest Hamptons I've ever stayed in. Great staff, walking distance to restaurants and shops. Springdale is in the wider part of Zion Canyon. The canyon narrows at the start of the national park. We had a nice dinner across the street at a Tex-Mex place, and they had some unusual prickly pear margaritas that we tried. The most popular part of the park is the Scenic drive along the Virgin River, and it's accessible by the shuttle only. The park shuttle starts at 7 a.m., but the town shuttle doesn't start till 8 a.m. The Hampton had complimentary breakfast at 6 a.m. plus snack foods for the trail. We walked about 1.8 miles from the Hampton up to the pedestrian entrance to the park. At the pedestrian entrance, there's bathrooms, potable water, and the visitor center. Of course, it's not open at that early in the morning. It doesn't open till 8. But the shuttles were running, and so it was no wait to get on the shuttle that morning. We took the shuttle to the last stop, stop number 9, which starts the Riverwalk Trail. The Riverwalk Trail is 2.2 miles and leads to the Narrows Trail, the walk in the water at the head of the canyon. That wind hadn't let up. Still a little snow up there in the canyon wall. When we started our hike, it was 44 degrees and the wind was probably blowing 15 to 20 miles an hour. The hikers you see and the waders had rented those near the entrance to the park. And the reason they have those waders, they're going to wade the Narrows hike to end the water hike. And we learned that day the water temperature is 43 degrees. The afternoon before we were in Springdale, the temperature was 80. So you can see there's a lot of variability in the temperature. The Riverside Walk is an easy hike. It's a paved trail. There's hardly any gain or loss of elevation. There's a few wet and muddy spots on the trail, but generally it's very easy. It's kind of soothing to have the sound of the river as you walk down the trail. And of course, it's very picturesque. The canyon's very steep. Got to really look up to see the sky. The Riverside Walk ends, and it starts the in-water hike, the Narrows, which you can take for 2 or 3 hours up into the canyon. Returning on the trail, we saw this sign. I thought it was a little ironic. This is the only way out. Kind of fun taking this picture. This is from another hike we took along the valley floor, heading over towards the Zion Lodge. We did not try the Angel's Landing hike, which takes you to the top of the canyon, a gain of elevation of about 1,500 feet and takes about 4 to 5 hours. By this time, we'd already walked about 8 miles for the day, so we took the shuttle back to we picked up the shuttle at the Zion Park Lodge back to the visitor center. After a visit to the visitor center, we took the town shuttle back to the hotel and picked up our car, and then we headed to Oscar's for lunch. a full, filling lunch, which we needed after the morning hike. After leaving Oscars, we entered the park by car and got on the Zion Mount Carmel Highway to the east entrance to the park. There are vehicle restrictions for both length and width on driving this road because of tunnels. So check out the website. It gives you all the details on this. Certain times a day, RVs are able to go on this road with permits, provided the RV meets the size restrictions. This is a beautiful drive. Notice some of the park goers are in shorts and t-shirt. By this time in the afternoon, it's warmed up to probably 75 degrees. If you've ever driven the Going to the Sun Road in Glacier National Park, you'll have some of those same feelings with the rock faces so close to the road. Coming up is the tunnel. I believe that certain times of the day when they bring RVs through, the big RVs through, they have one-way traffic to try to keep the edges, the top edges of the RV off of the curved part of the tunnel. Zion National Park was fun in March. Just be sure to bring some warm clothes in the morning and some lighter clothes for the afternoons. Next up, a cold visit to Bryce Canyon National Park and a video about 2 state parks and thoughts about traveling between the national parks in southern Utah.